Hi, and welcome to English Channel. Are you learning English? Great! Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started. Have you ever sat in a busy cafe and looked at the table? Next to your plate of fries, there is a familiar friend. It is a bright red bottle. You give it a shake, and a thick, sweet sauce pours out. We call it ketchup. But have you ever wondered where this sauce came from? Long ago, ketchup was not red, it was not sweet, and it had no tomatoes. How is that possible? Let's travel back in time to discover the secret life of ketchup. Our story begins 700 years ago in Southeast Asia. The air smells of salt and the sea. Sailors and fishermen have a problem. The weather is very hot and their fish goes bad quickly. To save the fish, they put them in large jars with lots of salt. They leave the jars in the sun for many months. This is called fermentation. The fish turns into a dark, salty liquid. In a local language, they called it ketchup. This was the first ketchup. It was not for fries. It was a salty sauce for rice and meat. There were no tomatoes in Asia at this time. The first ketchup was actually a fish sauce. In the 1600s, British sailors tried this salty sauce and loved it. They brought it back to England, but it was very expensive. Only rich people could buy the real sauce from Asia. So British cooks tried to make it themselves. They did not have the right fish, so they used what they had in their gardens. They made mushroom ketchup. They even made walnut ketchup. Imagine that. Back then, if you asked for ketchup, you might get a dark liquid made of salty mushrooms or crushed green walnuts. It was thin and very salty, but people loved it in their soups. Across the ocean, in America, people were afraid of a certain plant. They grew a red fruit called the tomato, but they did not eat it. They thought it was poisonous. They called them poison apples. Finally, in 1812, a man named James Meese wrote the first recipe for tomato ketchup. Slowly, people realized that tomatoes were delicious and safe. Tomato ketchup became very popular, but it was difficult to make. Often, it would go bad and make people sick. In 1876, a man named Henry Heinz had a great idea. At that time, many companies used dark bottles to hide their messy, low-quality sauce. Henry said, "I want people to see that my ketchup is pure." He used clear glass bottles. He also used more vinegar and sugar. This made the ketchup last a long time without using dangerous chemicals. This was the birth of the ketchup we know today, thick, sweet, and bright red. Henry Heinz turned ketchup into a global superstar. Soon, every home in America had a bottle on the table. In the 1900s, ketchup traveled the world again. American soldiers brought it to Europe and Asia during the war. Fast food restaurants like McDonald's made it even more famous. Today, every country uses ketchup in its own way. In Japan, they put it on spaghetti. In Germany, they mix it with curry powder. Ketchup has returned to Asia, but now it is a sweet tomato sauce instead of a salty fish sauce. Ketchup is a great equalizer. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, the ketchup on your table is the same. It is a simple sauce, but it has a history that connects the whole world. Hey there, just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you. The story of ketchup teaches us that things change over time. A salty fish sauce became a sweet tomato sauce. Just like ketchup, we are all part of a big global adventure. Even the simplest things on your plate have a powerful story to tell.